Hey lovely sexy hobby people, welcome to today's video, which is going to be an unboxing for, I suppose, what we can consider a vintage set now that it's been discontinued. Space Marine attack bike. So obviously we get a picture of the attack bike on the front, and then we have this on the back. I don't know if that's, yeah, so that's showing a Raven Wing attack bike there, Blood Angels. So cool. Now the attack bike is essentially the Space Marine bike with a sidecar. Let's be honest about this. So, okay, let's have a quick look at the instructions first. So, all very basic in the way that it goes together. And this was, yeah, so this was in the time before GW started numbering their sprues, which is fair enough. So there's a couple of things here that you don't get with the normal bike frame. So the instructions here show a storage box and tarpaulin, okay, which isn't actually on the bike frame, but comes as part of the sidecar frame, and it's just there. You also get a saddlebag to go on the bike as well, which is nice. Now, so you're going to build the bike up, build your rider for the bike, then you're going to build up the sidecar assembly and the gunner, and then the gun assemblies, okay? And these are your optional extras. So you get some purity seals, a holstered bolt gun, and the saddlebag, as I said. So those are the instructions. It's very basic. And then we have this Space Marine transfer sheet. Now this is going to be Ultramarines, Imperial Fists, Salamanders and Raptors. There doesn't really appear to be, oh, excuse me, sorry, any other chapter on here like Blood Angel, Space Wolves or Dark Angels. There's no White Scars, there's no Raven Guard. Who are we missing? I actually can't remember. Oh, Iron Hands. So yeah, no Iron Hands either. But we do get on here, we get some transfers for the Apothecarian. We get transfer for the Tech Marine, and some other bits and pieces like Lieutenant, Ancient, Chaplain. I'm just having to look to see if I can find something maybe for the Librarius. No, I can't find Librarius. No, can't find the Librarius. Okay, so yeah, I mean, and then you get like obviously various bits and pieces, like you get these checker patterns as well. You get various honour markings, campaign badges here, and so on and so forth. So that's your destruction, your decal sheet. Right, now the plastic. This is a sculpt. The bike is a sculpt of 2002. And as I always say, you can tell this is an older sculpt by the way it's laid out on the sprue. Okay, newer sculpts, they have packed those sprues with parts because they're able to digitally map and like jam these sprues, and obviously the molding, injection molding technology has improved so much that the more compacted sprues aren't going to have an issue with flow, plastic flow, in order to get the plastic to all the relevant parts. But we have obviously the wheels, we have the front guns, which for just standard bikers is just a couple of bolt guns. We have our rider here, and then the bike, which comes in 2 halves. And then our attack bike body, which is a sculpt of 2004. So we get obviously the pan for the attack bike. We get the legs here for the gunner. We get a heavy bolter, and we get a multi-melter. So we've got anti-infantry or anti-tank. And then we get the wheel and the accessory bits for it, the back seat and some other bits and pieces. Okay, so there's your ammo can for the heavy bolter, torso for the gunner, and the wheel arch mudguard for the over the wheel. So I am going to build this, and because I'm Dark Angels, I will add some Dark Angels iconography to it, etc. So if you come back in a sec, we'll get this built. Okay then, shall we build a Special Marine attack bike? So I'm going to start off with building the bike first. And because I'm Dark Angels, there's a couple of things I'm going to swap out. So on the old Raven Wing upgrade frame, you got various front cowlings for the front, in front of the handlebars. So I'm going to swap out that. The other thing I'm going to swap out is I don't want this crappy little antenna. That'll get swapped out for a banner pole, a Raven Wing banner pole. I'm also going to swap out the front of the chest piece for a Raven Wing chest piece, and pretty much that's it. I'm going to add in a, where did I put it? There it is. I'm going to add in a pannier bag. This is the one which comes with this kit. The Raven Wing upgrade sprue again comes with some which have Raven Wing iconography on it, and I'm going to give the motorcycle rider an upgraded backpack. This one's already been primed, but it was in my bits box. The other thing is I'm going to give him a Raven Wing shoulder pad as well, so I can get rid of one of the shoulder pads. So pop all those bits in there. Now, these things don't really come with instructions because of the age of the kit. I'm going to need to just do a couple of little tweaks to this so that I get it to sit square on the back side. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the little bar. So let's remove that. I'm going to keep the bar because that will just go into my bits box, and then just tidy that up. Then there's this overhang piece which needs to go because it won't sit flush otherwise. So that needs to go. just make sure that you square that up flush, and then this is stepped at the back here, so that's going to go as well. And just make sure that you square that so that you have a flat piece, and then that will sit nicely on the back of the bike. Now the bike is easily put together, so you have wheels first. The reason why I say wheels first is because you're going to want to glue them so that you get a small bead of plastic come out at the join seam. Okay, so just do that, and I'm going to just pop that to one side to go off for a little spell. So I don't know if you can see, but you can see where I've joined this wheel together and pre-glued it, because you don't want to see me glue 3 wheels together in the same way. I don't know if you can just make out the little bead, you can hear it on the tyre. And literally I'm just going to go round and just smooth that out now. So in theory, if you glue these right, they will rotate. I'm just going to do the same with this one. Actually, I think I've done this one. Yeah, I've done this one. So the bike goes together, put your wheels on, and then you join the 2 halves. I'm not fussed about the rotation of the wheels, okay, but if you really want to, you can. And being an older kit, it does kind of show in places, but it still goes together well and it works. Now the next thing you're going to do is you're going to come in with the underframe, and I find the easiest way to glue this on is just literally put your glue in there and then just glue it to the base. Okay, and there's the basis of our motorcycle. So I'm going to put this on here when I'm ready. So the first thing that's going to happen is I'm going to pop the handlebars on, and they have pins and holes to guide them into the correct position. Okay. And then I'm going going to put the front fairing on, the front cowl, whatever you want to call it. Front fairing, I think, is probably the correct term. And this really only sort of like glues in 2 places. So that will go on like so. And then I would leave that just for a spell, just to go off a little bit. Now, let's sort out our Raven Wing motorcyclist. So glue your 2 halves together. Just line it up nice and easy. Like thus. And then what we have is you have a torso. So I'm going to just pop that onto, sorry, you have the legs, so I'm going to pop that onto the bike. And then what I'm going to do is add glue in here for the torso, but I'm also going to add the arms to the handlebars, okay, before I stick the torso on. Alright, and then the torso will go on like that, and then once your torso is in position, you can put your arms on. So there's one. And then number 2. Like so, and I find that the easiest way to line the bikers up. Okay. Then you can come in with your shoulder pads. So the Raven Wing shoulder pad. Number 1. Number 2. Okay. Then we can come in and do the guns. And the guns go into the fairing. Make sure you get the ammo feed on the outside of the bike. That way you know that they're on the right side. Okay. And that's what we've got so far. I'm not putting the backpack on yet because this has already been primed, so I'll just stick that on afterwards. Now, the rear banner pole is going to go on. I'm just going to make sure that that is central. Okay, and then I do actually have a raven wing head, which have a raven wing motif. I'm going to use that for my motorcyclist. Okay, and then I've got a pistol that I will attach because the raven wing are entitled to use pistols, and that's going to attach to the leg like so. And then, because that's the outside, I'm going to attach that there. So there's your biker. Right, let's tidy up this wheel. So just tidy this up, trim away the excess plastic, and that just helps create a nice seam on the wheel. And then these are our parts. So we have the main bed of the sidecar attachment. And there is a wheel cover that goes in there. Okay. We then have the legs and seat back that go on. And the back. Like that. Then what you have is the centerpiece here, which goes between the legs, and this is going to hold the traversing rail for the main weapon. Like so. and then the rail attaches to that. Like that. Now, you have two weapon options. You have the bolt gun, heavy bolter, which has a box of link attached to it. So you can just attach that to the side. And you have a multi-melter, and then you have the two canisters that go on top for this. Okay. Like that. Okay. A bit too much pressure. But it's not a problem, it's easily fixed. Like so. Okay, so those are the two weapons. Again, I'm going to put a raven wing torso onto the rider, the pillion, or whatever it is you want to call them, the sidecar gunner. Okay. And then you have your arms. Now, this is slightly tricky because you need to make a decision. I think I've already got a heavy bolter with a multi-melter on this kit. So I'm going to go and produce the, I'm going to make up the heavy bolter for this particular one. Like that. Now, I do have here a pair of arms from one of the tank kits like the Rhino or Predator, etc. And I suppose you could, if you wanted to, put these, attach these arms to the other weapon, then magnetize the where the shoulders meet, so you have weapon choices. Okay, but I'm happy, I'm going to glue that on when I'm done. Now, this attaches to the underside of the bike, and that's how it attaches. So it will slot in. Oops. On there. So we have our sidecar at this moment in time. Right, now we also have this mudguard, which will slot on into position there. So, and that's what you have. There's also this bolter in a harness. It's entirely up to you where you put it. I'm not going to chuck it on the bike for the time being. You also get this box with like poncho roll, bedroll, which if you so wish you can attach to the bike. I'm going to do that. It's ordinarily kind of meant to go on the back here, but you could literally attach it here without too many issues. And then, because I am doing the gunner, I am going to attach the torso. And then glue in the arms and attach that like so. Actually, I'm going to swap that round. So that it sits that way round. That way it's not in the way of the shoulder pads. Okay. And then shoulder pad time. So one, like that, and then the other one which has got raven wing symbol on again. Going on there, and then I shall add in the head so that it's looking in the direction that I'm firing. And that is literally how to do a raven wing biker. So yeah, there you go. That's it. That is the attack bike in its glory. Now I can detach the rider for ease of painting. So I can take him off so I can get to the bike for ease of painting. And then obviously once I've finished painting, I will add on the raven wing backpack. And yeah, that's it. That is your raven wing attack bike. Hopefully you'll join me in the next video. All right, take care. Bye-bye.